Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus. That's me. I'm your host for the show, man, Cletus Cassidy. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. And I appreciate y'all for that. Y'all are amazing just for being here. Give it up for yourself. All right, okay, all right. Settle down, people. Settle down. Listen, it is another edition of See You in the Morning. My horrible idea to get up first thing in the morning and just give too much about my life. Now, I've been late for the show. It's crazy that I'm late. Because I be up early. I'm reaching. I'm gonna go ahead and say this about myself. I'm reaching old man levels more and more every day. More and more every day. The more I live, the older I get, which is a true statement, of course. But it's really starting to hurt me a little bit. Last night, I did all the things that old men do. I only pretty much watch one show now. There's no sports. Football's not happening. I don't count the NBA. I don't watch the NBA until playoff time, so I don't even count that as a sport. I don't have a whole lot of shows that I watch. Right now, I have a station that 24 hours, 7 days a week plays House, the TV show House. Yesterday, I got up, cooked myself for dinner, cooked myself some rice, some sweet peas, a piece of sirloin. Had that for dinner. Ate that, drank some water with my meal. And then I laid and watched House till I dozed off. When I dozed off on the couch, I sat and argued with myself. Ain't nobody else here. Nobody else live here. The children, but they won't here. One of them is Carolina, the other one's with his mama. And I woke up and told myself I won't sleep. I ain't sleep. What y'all talking about? Won't need nobody in here. I just woke up to tell myself that I won't sleep, even though I knew I was asleep. I had dozed off watching House. So I was knocked out, sleep, woke up, argued with myself about not being asleep, and then got up. At this point in time, it's about midnight, 11:45. I said, ain't no use in me going to bed now. Let me get on in there and wash these dishes. So I was up last night, midnight, washing dishes. Why just up at midnight watching this, and I realized at that point in time I might as well join AARP. I never joined the Bloods, I never joined the Crips. I don't have any Greek affiliation at this time. I was just like, I might well go ahead and join Alpha Alpha Rho Omega. No, Alpha Alpha Rho Phi. Alpha Alpha Rho Phi. I'm gonna go ahead and join Alpha Alpha Rho Phi. AARP. I'm gonna get my jacket and everything. I'm gonna be like AAR Alpha Alpha Rho Phi. I'm gonna put a line number on the back. I don't even know what the colors are for AARP, but that was an old people moment. That was as old as it got. Alpha Rho Phi. That's why I am. This is your first time hearing this. You're about to experience something so cold. If you watched this before and you found it not robbery to come back, I appreciate you because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. This show never goes the same way twice. It's never the same show twice. You're never gonna get This show, you be like, oh man, it was just like yesterday's show. No, you never know what's gonna happen. The only thing that I can guarantee you, promise you, is that I'm gonna speak to y'all in the morning. If I ain't sleep with you, I'm gonna speak with you. The first 3 people, of course, get the mythical medals, and those go to the people who are the first ones to speak. So let me get those out. Winning the bronze today is the Pride of North Carolina, Courtney Weston and Murphy. Good morning. Winning the silver is Shannon Jamil. Shannon Jamil's winning the silver. I always think it's kind of cool when the ladies go by their first and middle name. That gives you an air of like being almost like a musical artist. Shannon Jamil. Oh, that's fancy. There's Shannon Jackson. That that ain't nobody checking for Shannon Jackson, but Shannon Jamil, that's different. And winning the gold today is TT Tiny and Tasty, Miss Crystal Pinnell. Good morning. So Crystal TT with the gold, Shannon Jamil with the silver, and Courtney Weston and Murphy with the bronze. All the hyphenated name does is keep men from talking to you. I had a friend of mine, she used to go by all her names. She was divorced, but she used to go by her hyphenated last name. And she was wondering why she couldn't get no dates. I was like, because dudes figure you married. If you run around here named Miss Smith Johnson, I'm figuring that's Mrs. Smith Johnson. I figure ain't no use in you, if you get divorced, lose one of them, either your daddy or your ex. But you walking around with 2 men that you ain't attached to no more. And you expecting me to be number 3? Nah, cuz I'm number 1. Also here this morning, Crystal Sex Appeal, good morning. Melissa Kuther, like Luther, good morning. Pranita, good morning. Oh, the future clerk of Portsmouth Circuit Court, Yolanda Boyd Daughtry. I would see married name. Yolanda gotta have man. Everybody gonna think you got a man. Yolanda Boyd Daughtry got a man. You whole married. You big married out here. Because you're going with the hyphenated last name. Miss Bonner, good morning. I'm one of our amazing kindergarten teachers. IDA. Patricia Pippin. Funny story. Patricia hit Facebook up yesterday. This is how social media influences the way everybody thinks. If you've seen this show, Maya Culpa, Mia Culpa, something Culpa. If you've seen the Culpa show, it's a sex scene in there where they use body paint or something. It's a body painting sex scene. So everybody's been talking about this sex scene with the paint. Now Patricia's over there doing some home improvement. But she gets on Facebook and was like, anybody got a hookup? I need some paint. And I was like, oh, yeah, admit your nastiness right there on the book. I saw it. I figured she was being nasty out here in these streets. But she actually was doing some home improvements. So my bad. Jackie Brighton Reddick, good morning. Trouble, Marche's in the building. Roberta's in here. Michelle Eminem, Michelle McKinney, Emmy Time, Emmy Place. My man Ron Cabler, not only a fantastic athletic director, but one of the best fishermen I know. That dude gets out there and he catches. He's a fisher of fish, not men's. That happens in Atlanta. Eva Tay Hollins, good morning. Bree, good morning. Alita, Letitia, Kristen, good morning. Lisa, you waiting on a shower curtain. I don't even know what the shower curtain is for. See, and that must be part of the sex scene too. They must be using the shower curtain. So that makes it old. When you start, man, let me just tell y'all this. Patricia said I would never admit to being painted. Okay, whatever. You probably get it. You just went and admit your freakiness online. You might put the body paint on. You're just not gonna admit it online. You better be a man's arts and crafts. Good morning, Aries. My man Danny Meeks. Oh man, we here now. My man Danny Meeks said Danny Meeks, man, multi-billionaire. My man Danny Meeks. Good morning. Good morning, Z. Here's the thing, Marche. That's another sign of you getting old. When you start having preparatory stuff for your sexual encounters, we like go in there and get a shower curtain so we don't mess nothing up. You can put some towels down. Febreze the bed. When you start preparing for your encounters, you done got old. When you young, you don't have time. When you young, you just getting it. You don't care. Make a mess everywhere. Let somebody else clean it up. You don't care. You ain't getting no preparatory stuff. Once you start getting prep stuff, that you have officially hit old age. Tam, you always come in at the wrong time. It's your fault for tuning in. I'm just telling y'all. Even as a virgin, I already know what the rules are. I know what the rules of engagement are, even as a virgin. From the books I've read, all that stuff. Ain't no way as a young person, they're like, let's go get something so that we don't make no mess. No, young people don't care. They throwing whipped cream, chocolate sauce, strawberries, all kinds of stuff. It's just everywhere, stuff everywhere. Because they don't care. They young. They still young. They ain't worry about no mess. We'll clean up later. Old people thinking ahead. Old people thinking ahead. If you come in the house, if you dealing with an older man, what up, Steve? You dealing with an older man and you see him stretching for no reason, he plan on going the extra mile later. Ladies, if you dealing with a man over the age of 40 and he just in the house all day, what you doing, honey? Nothing. Don't even worry about it. He doing all this all day. He finna go the extra mile. He might try to go 2 rounds. You see him checking on his hamstring? My hamstring seem tight. You know he going in for a little something extra. Good morning, Vanessa. When your man just be stretching all day, you know he ain't no athlete. That older man start stretching, conserving his energy. You in for a good time. You in, you in for a good time. Just know that you are. Just know that you are. It's Tuesday, man. It's a Talk About It Tuesday. Now, I had been going to for a long time, just different things in my life. I've been allowing people to ask questions on Talk About It Tuesday. I was letting people send in messages if they had something that they wanted to send in. They could send in something if it was a question, if there was something that had been bothering you in life, something that had been bothering you in life, something that you didn't understand. I was letting people come on and they could ask me, and then I would come and ask the world because y'all seem to know a lot. Y'all seem to be the group that knows a lot. So I was asking y'all. I'm gonna go back to that for the Talk About It Tuesdays. Talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. What up, Chanel? Good friend of mine from high school, Chanel Ricks. Calhoun. See, last name, married. When you got that hyphenated last name, ladies, it's an immediate signal that you married. And if you're not, you can't keep running around with it. Yolanda, you keep talking about you ain't married. You keep talking about not. But you Yolanda Boyd Daughtry. There's a Mr. Daughtry somewhere. Everybody knows it's a Mr. Daughtry. You say whatever you want to say. You try to say that you're not. That's going to be the assumption of every man in here. It's gonna be the assumption of every man in here. Hey, boo, you almost been married almost 18 years. Your marriage is an adult. What do y'all do? There's some people in here that's been married for a long time. Last name, hyphenated last name or not, y'all been married for a long time. We got people who've been married and divorced. Got some people in some boo ships. What are the things that you do at 18 years to make the marriage as much fun as it was year one? Because I know the year one marriages be cool. The first 5 years, I think everybody's marriage be all right. They say if you can get through the first year, you up to something. They say if you can get through year one, you got something going. The year one is the hardest year of the marriage. And I can understand that. That's the year you got to get adjusted to stuff. I think it's harder for the man year one than it is the woman. That man, you got to get used to stuff. It's hard being used to being castrated. You got to get used to the castration. You got to get used to it as a man. That first year is tough. Then you get out of it. Those first 5 years, those are the sweet spot years. Then after that, how do you keep it fresh? Still crack jokes on each other. We do too. Still date. You got to still date. But when do the dates not become dates anymore? So here's what I've realized: those first few years, those are sweet spot years, and then later, if you can last 25, 30 years, those relationships, they be all right. Because y'all realize ain't nothing. I was married for 10 years, together for 17. I was married. So what makes you no longer be married after 17 years? Is it just infidelity? I watched something just the other day, Dr. Umar Johnson, and I say the doctor, I say doctor in parentheses. Sharonda said, I did 15 years hard time. There go another one. Sharonda Nichelle is sexy when you use your first and middle name. I did 15 years hard time. It's crazy. I'm looking at it. People being in long-term marriages and then rolling out on it. Our first 5 was difficult, but we found our stride. My mom died in our first year. Very sorry to hear that. And I moved to North Carolina. Now we have become more intentional about dating and trying new stuff. I've been married 25 years. Date, laugh, hang out with other couples, and hunch. Good morning, Snoop. CIAA Snoop. There's a different Snoop when you're doing CIAA. Married since the age of 20 or 2020. And Shannon, I think if I remember correctly, you said your husband only home 3 months out the year. So you still basically own, because you're only doing 3 months at a time. If you got married in 2020, you still on year 1. You've been married since the age of 20. That's crazy. Like I couldn't imagine. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I couldn't imagine being married at the age of 20. Definitely find other married couples, but not like swinging, just other married couples to hang with. So let me ask y'all this. Ladies, this is a question for the ladies, because I think it's a little bit different with the fellas. Ladies, are you letting our first 5 years were the worst? Unc told me the day of the wedding, get past the first 5 years and the rest will get easier. Takes a lot of sacrifice. Listen, now all the single people are reading y'all and they like, man, ain't no way I'm getting married. This is crazy. It takes a lot of sacrifices. I'd still be married if I only had him 3 months out of the year. I've been married for 15 years. We laugh, go most places together, and keep it real. Okay, so here's my question, right? Because I still believe that even if you're married, I think y'all still have to have some individuality, right? I still believe that married people should have 3 accounts. You should have a her account, his account, and the joint account. Some people be like, no, you don't need to have that separate account, because that's how. No, you need to have, and I want you to have separate accounts for the most upstanding of reasons. For the most upstanding of reasons. I want y'all to have separate accounts for the most upstanding reasons. And the only reason I want y'all to have separate accounts, I think y'all should have a joint account and at least your own separate accounts. And the main reason why I say that you should have your separate account is if I need to do something for you, you don't need to know it. It's some stuff that I should be able to do for you. If we say, look, this is the joint account, we putting this amount of money into this account. We got a joint savings, we got a joint checking. We want to make sure we fund it to this level. Y'all have an open and honest conversation. Hey, look, we need to at least have 10,000 in the savings. We need to have at least, this so much. We need to have this much in our checking account, because this is how we take care of our mortgage / rent and groceries and done and like that. But let's make sure we each have our separate account. That way, Valentine's Day comes, Christmas comes, I want to surprise you with something. You don't know I've been to wherever I've been. You don't know what I spent. Just cause I went to go get it for you. I went to go buy you something nice, and you ain't got to know. I bought you some negligee. Now you thinking the negligee was worth a lot, and then that statement come out, and you find out I bought it at Temu. Thank you, Super Bowl, for teaching me how to finally say that. You find out I bought it at Temu, and now you like, oh, well, he ain't spent but $4.99 on my drawers, and you feel me automatically start itching. Now let's say what you thought was Victoria's Secret, and you find out is Victor Sensation. So I bought you some Victor Sensation draws. That VS don't mean Victoria's Secret. It's Victor Sensation. It's a different company. That P ain't for pink, it's for pale. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. But we got separate accounts. Everybody knows about my Victor Sensations. They've been seen before. So, ladies, my question is this. I still feel like you should have those separate accounts, right? I also feel like y'all should have separate lives outside of the marriage. Now, a lot of y'all said you got to find married couples. And that's cool that you hang with other married couples, that y'all got tag team events that y'all can go to. You go hang out with other married couples. My friend Vernal, he always tries to lie and say that I'm his best friend. I'm not. I'm not his best friend because I'm not married. His best friends are the guys that are in marriages. Those are his best friends. Because him and his wife go out all the time with his married friends. They always out with the married friends that we hanging out. So my question, ladies, because I still think there should be a balance. How do you feel about your husband hanging with his single friends? Even if you're just in a relationship, ladies, how do you feel about him hanging with somebody that's single? Snoop saying you can have single friends as long as they don't come at you with single stuff. You gotta have back. What's single stuff? What's single stuff? Can we not go out? Now, guys don't generally just go out to eat. You know, hey man, just go meet. For example, I've come to be a fan of Yard House and their happy hour. Is it okay, ladies, if I was married, would you want your husband to just be like, yo, no, me and all the fellas, we going to Yard House, we just hanging out? My best friend is single. And Juliet, she trusts me more than she trusts your married friends. No, I know I'm not your best friend, Snoop. I just know I'm high on the list because you offer me gizzards. Then it says, as long as your single friends respect the fact that you're married, it's fine. Shannon says, I'm cool with it, but my husband's favorite line is, let me check with my wife. He don't want to go. Now, listen, I've already said this. I've always said this. This has been something. This has been one of the main reasons why I've ever wanted to get married. So I could blame my wife for not going places. Right now, I got nobody to blame but myself. Everybody blames me when I don't go places. But if I'm married, man, my wife is catching 95% of those strays. I'm like, hey man, we got this blah blah blah. We want you to go, dog. You know, man, the wife, man, she cooked, man. I can't even go out. Hey man, you want to go down here? Hey man, let me check with my wife, see what my wife say. No, man, she said we trying to keep money in the house, man. I can't do it, dog. Hey man, wife tripping. I can't even go. I can't even go, dog. Let me check with her. No, I said no go. I'm gonna have a whole conversation with my wife. She ain't gonna be home. Hey, honey. Hey, Junebug and them trying to go down to Myrtle Beach for the weekend, man. What you think? Oh, I forgot all about that. Man, that's crazy. All right, I let them know. Oh no, man, I can't even go, man. I gotta go, man. We already signed up to go to group yoga classes. I'm blaming her for stuff. If it's something I don't want to go to, I'm telling you right now, my wife is getting the blame for it. That's gonna be if it's a single person, a married person, whatever. But what is respecting the marriage boundaries, right? So, for example, Snoop, you at CIAA, and I know you there with your wife, but CIAA is an amazing week of ultra blackness. The MEAC just ain't figured it out yet. The CIAA is killing the game. The MEAC, they ain't figured it out yet. MEAC has not figured out a way. The MEAC ain't figured out a way to get it right. If you figure that out, we'll have something in Norfolk. When the CIAA was in Norfolk, we had a good time. The CIAA just sets the standard. We just can't. It just don't. It's just don't quite curl. But if a whole bunch of your single guys, if your wife wasn't going, if she wasn't one of the top five, she was one of the top 5 band directors in the world, and you weren't going up to support her in the band and enjoy yourself in that way. It just a group of your single guys was like, "Yo, dog, we're going to CIAA. You going up? You hang with the single guys." Because what happens? The single guys don't want to go to single guy stuff. So y'all start talking about the single friends got to respect the relationship. What does that mean? Does that mean you can't go to parties? You can't go to the strip club? Like what are things that married men shouldn't be doing? Everybody say, now listen, let me tell you something about men. Y'all keep trying to make men go out. Men enjoy home. Men spend a lot of money to make home the most comfortable place they got. You made home. Y'all keep trying to make me go somewhere. I got all that at home. Man, go out to the bar. I got a whole bar, right? There's one drink that I really drink. I'm really a big drinker of the Moscow Mule. I got everything that I need to make my mules right there. If I want to go plain mule, I got plenty of Tito's. If I want to go flavored, I got apple Ciroc. I got lime juice. I got my ginger beer. That's all I need. I got all that right there. I don't need to go nowhere to have no drink. I got food in there. I got everything I need. Why I got to leave? My TV is right there. I got all the channels. I can watch it, pause it to go to the bathroom if I need to, turn it up as loud as I want it, quiet as I want to. I can focus on it. I ain't got to worry about none of these shenanigans of other people. I don't enjoy sports as much. I don't enjoy sports as much when I'm watching it with other people. My boys go to the sports bar every single Sunday. Can't do it. I can't do it. Nope. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. I can't do it. And I've already paid to be here. It's a no for me. Y'all got all the games going. It's noise. It's trash talk. I ain't focused on their game. I'm missing stuff. I watch football like a coach. It's different, and I'm all for it. But what are the things? What are the things that married men can't go and do? If I'm a married man and I'm hanging out with single friends, what are the things I'm not allowed to do? And I think some of it just comes down to where y'all are in the relationship. Because there are women who are married who want their men, are okay with their man going to the strip club. So that's usually the number one thing that people be like, that's single people stuff. They're going to the strip club. They're going to a party, getting drunk. Everything comes down to my behavior. I think that I should be allowed to go anywhere knowing I know how to act. Snoop said, you said it exactly right. I can look at the menu, I just don't order. Lynn says, my husband can do whatever he wants. He's an adult. He knows how to act. What's up, Tim? It's not the onus on me. If I'm hanging with the single brothers, if I go out, it's all single brothers. I'm married, and they all like, hey, man, we going to club shake'ems. And I'm like, I got to be like, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to club shake'ems too. I'm going to have me a good time. Ebony said, bye. Go have some fun. Have fun in club shake'ems. Corner says, my husband go wherever, strip club included. That's why he has a separate account. No spend no bill money. Hanging with single friends won't make him cheap. That's a choice he's going to make regardless of who he's hanging with. It's my responsibility to respect my wife and my marriage. I'm the only one involved in the marriage. They ain't married to my wife. So we can go anywhere. That's the whole thing. Like when they start being like, you can't be doing single people stuff. Like, I don't think now you gonna have to draw the line if your homeboy is single and he's like, hey man, hey, let's go to TGI Friday. All right, cool, man. What time we meet? We meeting at 7. When we get there, he like, hey, look, dog. It was a young lady I've been trying to holler at. She got a friend, so I brought her friend too. That's why I brought you. You know what I'm saying? To play wingman. Can't play wingman. I can't play wingman. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not playing wingman because now I'm disrespecting my relationship. I'm disrespecting my relationship. You got me out here playing wingman. But I could play wingman respectfully. There's a respectful way to play wingman. Now, if we happen to be out, ladies, let me know how y'all feel about this. I'm out with my boy. We out or whatever. And he can see a lady. He can see a lady throwing some vibes. He throwing them back. But we already know how ladies are. Ladies, let me tell you something. The biggest hater in any any woman's relationship is a friend who ain't getting no attention. The friend that ain't getting no attention, super hater. Super hater. Every guy knows when you go to the club, when you used to go to the club, if you slid up behind a young lady and put your hot dog in her buns, she dancing, she's enjoying the vibe. She looks up to her homegirls. Her homegirls immediately make the decision on whether you're ugly or not. You don't have to impress the girl you're grinding on. You gotta impress her friends that's sitting over there drinking. The friend that's over there drinking is the one that's gonna cause all the problems. Girl. And now she off. Now she's detached. That girl that ain't getting no attention is problem number one. She gonna try to steal the attention. Blah 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 blah. So me and my boy, we here. My boy's trying to he trying to GTD, get the draws. I see it in his eyes, and the girl seems to be with it. And her friend over there, oh my God. Girl, I hate the margaritas in here. Why we ain't go to Applebee's? She doing all that. I should be stepping in. Married or not, I have an obligation to step in to keep her attention. I've got to. That's bro code. I gotta step in. Married or not married, if I gotta call you and let you know, bye. But I gotta step in with respect. I gotta step in, and I got to. There's nothing else I can do. I can't let him miss an opportunity. I can't let him miss a chance because of her. I gotta step in. Ace and Goose, we gotta be here together. I gotta step in. My wingman, let me tell y'all something. My wingman skills, legendary. I have legendary wingman skills. And a lot of it has to do with my low self-esteem. My wingman skills are so legendary because of my low self-esteem. I feel like don't nobody want me anyway, so I might as well go ahead and step on in here. I'm gonna make everybody at the table comfortable. I'm gonna make that hater lady. I'm gonna make the hater lady feel comfortable. Everybody feel comfortable, and I'm gonna make him look better. I have mastered the ability of making my homeboys look better to a young lady. I've made it work. I've done it. I've got years of doing it. Years. Since my teenage years, I've been able to walk out, make sure everybody else got something. Walked out with nothing for myself. But I will put, listen, any single guys out there that hang with me, we go out. I'm telling you right now, once you decide you want to get through, I'm making it work for you. Every time. I don't even know if I'm still on or not. I'm talking like I'm on. My numbers are saying ain't nobody watching. That would suggest that I ain't on, that I ain't live no more. But I see I'm still live.